What's up, good people? It's your man Hakim Green, channel live and direct. BDP all day, every day. All we do. I don't know if y'all can see this. There you go. That's all we do. Spark Madism. Madism Sports, Madism TV, the Madism platform, YouTube, Facebook. Peace to everybody out there in social media world, social media land. I'm really grateful for the audience, folks checking in to see what's happening over here on Madism TV. So salute to you for taking the time and giving me some attention, giving us some attention. The fellas this week, man, we got some MIAs happening. Wes has some other things to do for work. Cliffy's not feeling well. And Coach E has some things to do for work as well, but he will be joining us in a few minutes. I'm also sending out an invitation to the homie Neville. Hopefully he can hop in. And I sent the invitation to some other folks, hoping that they can hop in. I see somebody just jumped in as a viewer. Whoever that person is, once you say something in the comment, shout us out. Let us know who you are, what you got going on, what's happening. In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to do what we usually do on the Madison TV platform. I'm going to start this off with a video, Real Hip Hop for the People, by your man Hakim Green, featuring Do It All Kelly, Amiri Baraka Jr., a.k.a. Mitty, and G. Simone. Produced by Ron Lawrence. This is off the Aubrey album by your boy Hakim Green. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second. It's quicker than I thought. What up, Coach?
Greetings, my man. Greetings, my man.
Oh, man, you hopped in earlier than I thought you would, and I'm so thankful for your presence.
Yes, sir. Just yeah. I know I said I'd be late, but it was only like 5-10 minutes late. I didn't mean I would be.
Okay. Yeah. So
I wasn't doing Kawhi Leonard type, I was just doing like LeBron take a night off type thing.
Right. I got you. I got you. Oh, you Russell Westbrook in it, 6-man off the bench type action. I got you. I got you.
Yes.
All right. So I was just about to throw up Real Hip Hop for the People, to give our viewership and us a chance to invite some folks to the conversation, and I'll just hop into that.
Yes, sir. Right. Let's hear some real hip hop. We need that.
Real hip hop for the people, y'all. Hip hop for the people is an engagement. It's a demonstration using hip hop culture to get you activated. Let the people hear the bass, the vibration, the love, peace, unity, and watch them add on. It's a culture. It's not just rapping. It's not what we do. It's how we do it. We're doing it right here, Springfield Avenue, between Bergen and Plum, 24 hours straight, man. It's crazy. Shit.
We the people. The people of the culture.
Yeah, Ron Lawrence. Fire.
The hip hop culture.
Yo, we love rap.
Yes,
love
we
it. Yeah, we do. But it's really about the culture.
Yeah, let them know how.
The realness. The culture. Yeah.
What up, man?
You know a hard head makes a soft behind. If I only knew my schoolwork like I knew them rhymes. Mom upside my head, I'm trying to memorize every line. High power rap that breaks super rhymes. Deep into the culture, didn't even know it. Young entrepreneurs spitting bars like a poet in a rush to be mature behind bars when we blow it. In the bold ass rappers too immature to outgrow it. It was more than just music, something next to breathing. I get giddy like a baby trying to spit while I'm feeding. The mic I be squeezing, dropping facts like I'm teaching. Leaking flows for the perfect beat seeking. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. But I'm trying to feel a light so you can see it when I tan. I'm like one I never ran, I'm a fan but never stand. Just take it backwards to the east, X and out the clan.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stops to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Pueblo Unido, grassroots Steve Biko. Rule number one, never forget the people. I live that, I give back. Heart all in it, no gimmick, straight facts. From the start, I'm the light from the dark. Born from black art, knew my part. Daddy gave me, mama made me. North raised me, hip hop saved me. For the culture now, for the black and brown. Harriet Underground, sun up to sundown. Till my people get out, north to town, south, spread like word of mouth. While you cowards is hooded, we battle the bullet. Black lives to the fullest. Out here to the end, stronger together, that's the day we win.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
Yeah.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
The legends before me are ones I want to get it like, but hitting quick hit different when hitting right. Mob ties, this thing of ours is birthrights. Who's next for the culture and them searchlights? Do it to it, this music, I'm trying to talk through it. Every plan on my own, I watch the lie do it. Airborne to skiki, like a Wendell Pruitt. Trumpets blow, this song's here, melodic ruins. Think forward before they have to think form. Boom bap, I talk that and live enormous. Informers when present in your boy performing, especially when them drums snap by Brian Lawrence. Do it all, that poet talker, the line crosser. Many hawk and I speak by and flying saucers. Make it worth it, I can't take no feeble offers.
Having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are. Yeah, the people.
Yeah, that was Real Hip Hop for the People by your man Hakim Green, channel live and direct, BDP all day, every day. That's off the Aubrey album, which dropped 2 months ago. The entire album produced by Ron Lawrence. The video was shot at 24 Hours of Peace, which is the annual event we do in North New Jersey to push peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. We've been doing that for the last 13 years. And as you can see from the video, it just gets bigger and better. We're so excited that we're starting to get the interest that we've been hoping for, over the last decade, steady pushing peace, trying to raise the vibration, change the narrative when it comes to hip hop culture and what we stand for. That's why we created the event 24 Hours of Peace, my company 24 Hours of Peace. And it's why we do what we do. And look out for a lot of this other work we're about to put down along with my good friend, Dr. Coach E. We got the 24 Hours of Peace Build Your Skills workshop series focused on character development, critical thinking, conflict resolution. And we're going to be doing some tremendous things. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the Madism platform and what 24 Hours of Peace has going on, because, we're going to change the narrative. We're going to change the culture for sure. You'll see in the next few years how things start to change in a positive way. Trust me. All right. That said, Coach E, hey, what's going on?
Want to say hello tonight.
Hey, what's up? So, just to start off with the continuation of the Kyrie conversation, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's dragging on, first of all, much longer than it has to. I think what was interesting that came out, from his meeting with the commissioner and the owner and his wife,
Adam Silver
and Joe Tsai and Claire Tsai, I believe her name is, that Kyrie's not anti-Semitic. Who knew? That they feel like, he doesn't have, any hate in his body, or, not a hateful man, all these things, did not in any way change what he needs to do. In fact, I think Joe Tsai doubled down and said, he felt like, you know, Kyrie only apologized after he was suspended. And you know, my daughter,
Exactly. That's that BS.
yeah.
Man, this is bullshit.
And he don't there's still work to be done. But in that, what to me was glaring from Josiah is that they don't seem to understand this whole public humiliation and lynching, or if we want to take it back to slavery, which we can easily, you know, the buck breaking aspect of this whole apologizing tour, so to speak, publicly, that has to be done in meeting with certain, you know, people and entities. You know, that is not recognized, which goes to Kyrie's original news conference afterwards, when the reporters were asking him, and he was talking about 300 years not seeing, you know, his people in a certain way and basically learning about one another. This is just a teachable moment. Brother. And it was a huge opportunity to learn about one another. And it's been missed. It's really been missed on all sides. And you see a lot of the Black media, sports media people are coming out now, kind of pulling back, you know, how they approached it originally as well. Because they now understand, like, oh, yo, we got caught up, you know, and we was vying for our paychecks, and not saying what this was really about, and it was deeper. So, you know.
Yeah, man. So, you know, it's funny because I conducted an interview of my good friend A.A. Rashid about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the African origins of Judaism. And A.A. Rashid is an extremely knowledgeable, well-studied individual on Judaism. And he comes from, you know, kind of the tradition of, you know, the Kabbalah, understanding the Hebrew language. And then, so, you know, and then he is he's also a Freemason. And he's also deeply into his African spiritual sciences. So Yoruba, Ifa, like he's a very well-rounded individual. But he can show you through, you know, ritual and the Hebrew language itself, how Judaism as we have it comes through and out of Africa.
Of course,
right.
Of course.
And there are plenty of other, you know, I mean, official scholars, past and present, who have written volumes. I'm talking about white, black, Jew, non-Jew. It's so well documented how, you know, the three great religions, quote unquote, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, all have origins up out of Africa.
Yes.
Right? And essentially, that's all Kyrie is saying.
That's it.
That's it. Which is a very inclusive, embracing way of looking at it. Yeah. It's not anti, it's very embracing of inclusion of. Now, I felt the immediate the fly in the ointment was the denial of the Holocaust in the documentary. Not that Kyrie did.
Right.
And the quoting of Adolf Hitler, and then how that, but outside of that, all of the other information that's in there is pretty irrefutable. I mean, it's not to say that all the science was right, all the facts was right. I'm sure there's conjecture, anecdotal evidence to suggest all that. I get that.
Right.
But even in the scripture, it tells you how important Africa and Africans were to the creation of Judaism.
And you know, what was sad is, yes, he was saying that basically we are all one. We all come from the same place. I can't be anti something that I am, that I come from. You know, that all got lost and kept getting lost.
Gaslit.
And downplayed.
It was gaslit.
Oh, was it?
It's gassy. That's the thing with the term anti-Semitism. It's a blanket statement that's
Yes.
thrown, and then you have to defend yourself against the allegation. Well,
Yep.
like Kyrie was saying, if you just simply look at the word itself, and then you take the scripture and you follow the scripture as to what it says, then and there's another thing with the whole, with the buck breaking analogy, and beyond the buck breaking analogy, the negative images that are projected, about our community.
Yes.
The image, the narrative, the stereotypes, the consistent negative, just the way we are placed in society,
Yep.
right, is extremely negative.
Because
And we as a community don't control that.
The media does, which, we're not going down that road. We're gonna keep it sports related, but
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was, everything was right there, and going back to him trying to learn about himself and where he comes from, he gave us all an opportunity to do the same and to have that dialogue. This was an opportunity for dialogue, and it was very hypocritical, extremely hypocritical for the commissioner, and I understand why he had to do it, because he had people on his back, and he didn't do his due diligence either. And that's where having the meetings comes in. The owner, who I'm sure is at the point of, I'm just sick of all this stuff, he definitely didn't do his due diligence. And from a ethical standpoint, his hands aren't clean, being the owner or a founder of Alibaba in China. He's not, his record isn't the cleanest.
Yeah, he's not the founder. He's on the board. He's one of the owners. Yeah.
Yeah, like he was like CEO early on or something. He was
right. But Alibaba's record on human rights.
Human rights is definitely not the cleanest.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
And then Nike. This is the one that perplexed me more than anything. Nike and Phil Knight, Phil Knight's 80-something years old. For him to even come out and say they don't, promote hate speech, the kid never said anything hateful. Mm-mm. He didn't use any hate speech whatsoever.
No. There's no hate speech
in anything he said.
Now the Holocaust and Adolf Hitler, but he didn't say that.
Right.
He didn't highlight that.
No.
And I can go on History Channel right now and see a whole week-long series on the rise and fall of Hitler right now.
Exactly. So, and do we cancel the History Channel? Mm-mm. Or the owners of the History Channel? No. Have we ever canceled Adidas, founded by Nazis? No. But for Nike, Phil Knight to come out and say that, I thought extremely hypocritical. Also, them to say anything about ethics as a company and what they do around, and how they've been cited around child labor, living wage for their workers in China. It's like, come on, Phil, you're not the one, you're not the authority on that.
Well, let me create a bridge to the past, juxtapose when a couple years ago, LA Lakers had the exhibition series against the Houston Rockets in China. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And while the two teams were on their way over there, Daryl Morey, who was then GM of the Houston Rockets,
right, that's right,
made statements criticizing China's treatment of Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. Right. So when the teams got to China, because they were in the air on the way, and they get to China, the news cameras and microphones is right up in James Harden's face. And I'm not gonna, everybody's not on the same level when it comes to politics, and nor, we shouldn't have to be able to answer for, history regarding China and America's political position in China, and so we got a lot of flack from that. James Harden did, and then LeBron James inserted himself, and he caught
some flack.
And he caught some flack, and then this dude in his Freedom what's his name?
Cantor.
It's Cantor, aka Freedom Cantor, whatever he changed his name.
Yep.
Criticized LeBron and Nike for being up in China and not saying anything, because LeBron is very outspoken politically when it comes to African American issues, people of color, women's issues, so forth and so on. So it's like, what about you? Well, what about you? And how come you didn't say nothing? And I think that's what we back ourselves into that corner when we put all the weight on Kyrie's shoulder.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going with it.
And I'm glad you brought up Brother LeBron. I'm glad you brought that up, because initially he stepped out, on a hate speech, and he had just come off of dealing with his own issue around Kanye being on his platform on his show, and the words that were used there, so he kind of, I think, which a lot of people in the media did, was combine the two issues, which were definitely different, related, but they were different. And LeBron, no, I condemn hate speech in all forms and such. And he then backpedaled later in support of Kyrie. And I think we had spoken when this whole thing went down and said, this was the opportunity for LeBron to embrace Kyrie. And this whole thing, well, we had put it in our dream of the Lakers being, competitive again. It would have been great if if LeBron had said, you know what, especially when Phil Knight came out, LeBron had said, hey, Phil, no, hold up. You're wrong. He didn't say any hateful speech. I was wrong in putting that on him. We need to back up. And I hope he's doing that behind the scenes to make this right. We also know LeBron has a building on the Nike campus. Named.
Right.
He's worth a lot over the years. I believe they just gave him $1 billion contract or something.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Kyrie is the biggest seller of sneakers
right now.
So it's like, here's your opportunity to LeBron to step up.
But see, that's here you go, because the conversation, the grasp of the playing field in this sense is so, like, you have to be what do you call it, versed in the ideas that Kyrie is supporting. You have to be to be, and just that perspective is such an outside perspective. It's so like I know what that perspective is. That's a conversation that if you don't know how to have that conversation, and I'm not saying I do, there's levels to the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Nick Cannon found that out.
Yeah. Right.
That you want to be effective in how you dialogue, especially if you're LeBron James coming to the aid of.
Yeah.
You want to be able to articulate, why, and because it's a sketchy situation. You have financial dealings with folks, and it's not. When people look at a ball player or an artist, and I had to learn this the hard way with my critiques of a particular artist, and understanding how many people depended on that person's livelihood, how many people were gainfully employed. I'm talking about insurance, health insurance, like families, retirement plans, 401ks. Like, the level of the game is so that there's so many people. So that person says something left or does something missteps or didn't mean, or it could affect the lives of scores of people.
Yeah.
And like these people aren't as rich as Elon Musk, but we see what he's going through at Twitter.
Yeah.
People's
And that's one of the things, you know, and I'm sure that's what is thought about when you're in these situations. And plus, we know, you know, LeBron wouldn't be adverse because he's been known to only read the first couple pages of books.
That's an ill meme.
Yeah,
that's an ill meme. Yeah, hey, man.
But you know, I do believe and I hope he is behind closed doors having those conversations where saying Nike went too far in their rhetoric and what they put out.
But here's the thing: you go, all right, you went too far. Okay, how do you measure that in that conversation? Because you got folks who will gaslight you. You got folks that will, like, powerful people who have control of the media and control of the narrative and have control of how you're perceived by mainstream going forward. So when you
and that's why I said he has to have those conversations purely behind closed doors. You know, and a lot can be learned, I guess, from how Jay-Z has worked with the NFL. You know, a lot behind closed doors, getting things done incrementally to help educate. You know, but in the words of Ye, he's controlled. But you know, but you know, I think he's done it the right way. You know, because if you're in the room, if you can be in the room, you can start to have those conversations. You know, you can open up that dialogue. So, you know, the fact that Kyrie is still out is amazing to me. I thought Nick Cannon did a great job when he met with the CEO of the ADL of opening his eyes to what was being done to Kyrie. I thought, you know, and the ADL in their own rights is a political organization, you know, more than anything else.
See, there's so many layers to this conversation because you got, you know, you have so many different types of Jewish people.
Yes.
Like when we say Jewish person, Jew, a certain type of person comes to mind immediately, right? But that's just one group of, and even within that one group, there are different political affiliations, different ways of looking at it. When you look at the Hasidim, there's different Hasids who have a different, you can't just assume they're Hasidic that they go with, you know, I've seen protests against Israel.
Yes.
When there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Jewish people protesting. There's African Jews. There's Asian Jews. There's European Jews. So even how we have the conversation and who and what we're actually talking about gets lost in the mix. It's like that's a so layered conversation as to who are you really what are we really talking about? So when we talk about, I think Dave Chappelle, oh my God. God bless Dave Chappelle. God bless Dave Chappelle because he's talented in that he just turns the mirror to you, right?
Yeah. He understands the nuances.
She understands the nuances and how to display them in a way that turns it on its head.
Yep.
So, why'd he bring it up? Just to show how Jewish people. When he goes, you know, there's a lot of Jews in Hollywood, but you know, it's a coincidence. You know, it doesn't mean they run anything. There's a lot of blacks in Ferguson.
And that just turned everything on its head. Like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. You know,
right? And
it opens your eyes.
It does. It does. And at the same time, we must not forget all the many Jewish organizations and individuals who were extremely supportive of the civil rights movement extremely supportive.
The original board of the NAACP is half Jewish.
And some people would say that's been a problem,
Yeah.
but you know,
they've been in the fight with us.
Yeah, the young men that got murdered in, was that Mississippi? Was
yes.
Yeah, you got those are two Jewish brothers and a black brother. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
right.
So, you know, when people are fighting for what's right, they come in all shapes, all colors, all cultures, and we don't want to ever,
all religions. That's right.
In all religions, we don't ever want to lose sight of that fact. You know, that's why I'm saying this conversation is so layered that to actually have it, a lot of people would be upset. Like a lot of people would be upset.
And that's where young brother Kyrie, that's his brilliance, and also I think his ignorance at the same time, because he opened the door, but he didn't understand, or maybe he does, what is behind it and how so many want that door closed immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. And that's what has happened. This is all about, hey, close that door. We don't want to talk about this. We don't want to open this, especially not with a young man who has a platform and followers like he does. I mean, and you know, I coach young basketball players. They live by this dude, love this, you know. In a way, I don't know if I've seen with others. And I don't know if it's his height. I don't know, because you know he's not as, you know, larger than life in stature. Why they connect to him, I don't know if it's his game, what it is, but they live by this dude.
I mean, there's a lot to be admired from Kyrie Irving. You know, it's a lot to be. You know, he's got a lot of admirable qualities. There's other things as, you know, I'd be like, but for the most part, I really appreciate him, his personality in our culture, even when I don't agree with him.
Yeah,
I appreciate him.
He makes you think, whether you agree with his stance or not.
Yeah,
he makes you think.
Yeah,
and that's what we should be doing. And that's what sports, ironically, for me, has always been about. It has been that bridge builder. It has opened up other cultures, other worlds, to not only myself, but to, you know, those I've coached. And I think it did the same for him. You know, so I think what he does many times is based on that kind of foundation of sports, is the thing that can bring everybody together if we allow it to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Just for full transparency, my personal thoughts on Judaism, I believe it's a beautiful religion, an extremely powerful religion, science, philosophy. But I also subscribe to the idea that the 12 tribes of Israel are the same as the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. It's the same as the 12 astrological signs. It's the same as the 12 major parts of the brain. It's a story that's not actually racial, and that we can all learn. The truths in it are universal truths, not specific to one group. That's just me. But
speak on it, brother. Speak on it.
That's just me.
You know, as with any, because all you said right there is you take any man's outlook and how they interpret things, and you get those various things. You know, so one man interpreted things a certain way, that was Judaism. Another man interpreted a certain way, it's Christianity.
Yeah. I think one of the most disrespectful ideas, like totally just disrespectful and racist ideas that permeate, and it's, people don't look at it this way, but if you think about it, this is exactly what it is. So y'all want me to believe that there were people on this planet for tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of years.
Right.
And they didn't have an inkling of any of the things that they had these colossal structures, precision, math, science, came up with calendars, like the list of achievements in like 3000 BC.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like crazy. So y'all want me to believe now? It's the Sphinx. They say is like they're estimating 12,000 years, 12 to 15,000 years old because of the water erosion around the Sphinx. That it was there before the pyramids, thousands of years before the pyramids were built. Right? There are pyramids older than the ones that you see that they keep showing you. There are pyramids older than that, and there are pyramids all the way in the Sudan. Like there's more pyramids outside of Egypt than are in Egypt. Right?
Yep.
You mean to tell me people have been around for hundreds of thousands of years and didn't have an inkling of Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, the practices, the different idea word? Y'all really? Okay. I think that's just racist, utterly racist and dismissive. And again, that's another story, and we're all off topic of sports. But, it is what it is.
Yep. And as we really get into sports, I want to say my condolences and prayers to University of Virginia. That's my school, and what has transpired there. 3 young Black men losing their lives at the hands of another young Black man. So prayers to those families, to those teammates, friends, community that knew all of those young men, because they all need our prayers and support and love right now.
Yeah. That's the tragedy. Like it just doesn't, the violence, the mental illness, the mental illness, man. Like
the stress that it puts the light on, I think, a lot of things that not only young Black men encounter, but also college students encounter. The stress, the bullying, being a student athlete, a lot of things are there. Being a student athlete or just a student at a predominantly white institution, there are a lot of things that are mixed in there, like you said, mental illness and particularly with young Black men not only have to deal with their emotions or what they're encountering. A lot of times we don't know the signs, understand the signs, or we're too late to recognize them. So this is a tough situation, and sad, extremely sad situation.
Yeah. I know they I don't know that they got to the bottom of it all. It's just sad. It's sad, and that's why we do 24 hours apiece, and that's why we encourage everybody out there to join an organization that pushes for peace. You can be a part of something in your own way. You don't have to be 24/7, 365, but you can add on in some way just to push for peace, love, unity, and safely having fun, and have love for each other,
Yep.
Yeah. So let's talk about the NFL, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
So I was talking to Wes today, and we were debating Dak Prescott. Now, I understand that Dallas's run defense is shoddy. They can't seem to stop the run.
Yeah,
I get that. And I do get that, there have been so many times, especially with McCarthy and Kellen Moore, that there have been some mishaps on the play calling. There's some things that, I get that. I get that. I understand. I get that. Right. I get that Dak put up 28 points. I get that. But when you need to score a touchdown you need to put up points. I don't think Dak can put up points. Like if they're blowing a team out and the defense steps up, it's good, right? But when you get later in the season, when you get to the playoffs, right, it's not a cakewalk. You're gonna have to be able to put up points when you need to, when your back is against the wall, when you got how many seconds was last year? The clock running. We watched Pat Mahomes do it in 13. We watched Dak with the mishap, with the there's something about Dak that doesn't give me Super Bowl, right?
Yeah,
he's gonna make it happen.
That confidence in the last, it's certain guys you want in the 2-minute drill. They're gonna excel in that 2-minute drill. I never feel like, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I never feel confident in Dak in the 2-minute drill getting it done, putting points on the board. I feel the same way about Josh Allen, who everybody raves about. In the 2-minute drill, I feel like he gonna make a mistake.
Yeah, well, I've been saying that all season. If you want rewind it back, I've been saying that about him, and I've been saying that about Dak. Yeah. I don't want to be dependent on the defense.
Right.
Dak got to be able to put up points, and 28 points. I got you, and I understand. Wes is saying point up 2 touchdowns and still passing the ball. Thank you, JT. Like the play calling. Okay, I got you. We should be running more. I got you. But now we're driving and you got to put up points.
Yeah.
Do it, Dak.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to be able to make plays. And that's something that, the one we always get on. Kirk Cousins was able to do on Sunday. They needed points. He had Jefferson out there creating miracles, but
well, yeah, I mean, that's
was able to put up points. Mahomes has been able to put up points.
Points.
Brady throughout his career able to put up
points, and not necessarily a lot of points, just points when you need them.
When you need them to
win the game. Get your field goal kicker in range.
Right.
Which they did, but they went for it on 4th down when they probably should have kicked the field goal.
Kicked the field goal, yeah.
And that's why I wanted to ask the panel. Hey, here you go, panel. Was it McCarthy just being cocky?
Yeah. Or maybe just not having any trust in his kicker. Which will come back to bite you down the road. Because you're going to be in them close games when you need your kicker to win you the game. But I think he was being cocky. He was being extremely arrogant,
But then it's 4th and 4. All right, Dak, show me why you getting that money.
I think that's tough to put anybody in a 4th and 4 situation.
Not Mahomes.
Well, Mahomes he's an outlier. He can Mahomes throw
not Brady.
Those are outliers.
Not homeboy from the Rams last year.
I just think he had a year. I don't know.
All right, give me a year, Dak. Give me a year. I want to see that year. Was that just a rookie year? I want to see that year.
Yeah, no, I agree that
when it's like, yo,
he has to be able to make those plays
because he can.
Yes,
he can. He's just, for some reason, you ain't supposed to be Cooper Rush, bro.
Right.
And you're Cooper Rush.
Yeah.
You're Cooper Rush.
He needs to be able to make those plays. He really does. And they're not going to win until he can. And consistently. He can consistently. I think he has the ability. But a lot of it was play calling. McCarthy just, McCarthy always gets in his own way, though. And that's why Sean Payton will be the coach next year.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
That's
I hope
exactly
so.
why. And I think Dallas is going to try and sign OBJ to help them, which to me is just yes, is he a player that can help you? But I don't think he gets you over the hump because Dak still got to get the ball to him.
Dak still got to get the ball to him. And you still got to run defense.
Yeah.
They haven't figured that one out yet.
Yep.
How you stop the run, because they ran for 200 yesterday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rushed for 200 yards. But they
Yeah.
said what's the boy's name? Aaron Rodgers threw 19 times. He wouldn't even he didn't throw the ball.
And how many times have you seen that happen? Where he only throws for 19. I mean, only throws 19 times and they come back. That's one of them, him throwing for 30, 40.
No, I just gave the ball to what do you call it? Who's it? Boy Aaron.
Yeah.
The other Aaron.
So
what's his name? Who's his name? Right? What's the running back's name? Here we go. Come on, JT. What's the running back for Aaron Jones? There you go. Boom.
Aaron Jones. Yeah.
There you go.
Easiest name in the world. We can't remember.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, he just did his thing. He just tore Dallas up. And yeah, but I don't know, man. They got to get it together, and it don't look good. It looks like Dak's gonna be a wash unless Sean Payton can come in and change it around.
But here's the thing that's phenomenal about, especially after last night's game. I think that whole division, if we stop right now, makes the playoffs.
Yeah, they said this division has the largest winning percentage in the history of the league. In the history of the league right now, the
That's just
NFC
crazy.
East is the beast of the NFL.
Yeah. And then if you combine the AFC East, I think only one team doesn't make it, So, and we would have never thought that coming into this year.
No.
East would have been, I think everybody was thinking West on both sides. AFC West, NFC.
I thought, I thought the Rams would be a lot better.
Yep.
And so switch to Tampa Bay. They caught a win. Do you think this is a turnaround for Tampa Bay, or do you think this is just an outlier game for them, and they're still?
I kind of think it might be a turnaround. Because I thought they would have issues when I saw Giselle bought the house right across the water from my man. I was like, oh, she really messing with my man right now.
Oh man.
But that he seems to be back to old form, and how he's controlling the game. And he might be the best at that. So I think they're on the right road, and I think everything personal wise is behind him, so he's focused back on the game.
Yeah, we'll see. Who they beat? They beat the
and they had and he's smiling again, and that's not something you often see from him. I just think he's in a good place. Who did they beat on?
The Seahawks. Oh, the Seahawks.
Seahawks. A good game.
Good game. Yeah, it's 21-16. And they shut the Seahawks were on a run.
Yeah.
So, they played against a good team. But I think Seahawks still, we'll see.
I can't. I like what Gino's doing, and I'm happy for him, but I can't bet on him.
Yeah.
To take them, but so far, plus they're in the same division as my 49ers, so of course I'm not.
Yeah, 49ers right now look like the thing in the NFC West. They're like it's something different over there.
Yeah, but I still get worried about Jimmy G from time to time.
I don't, man. I don't. See, now here's the great comparison. Jimmy G. He's not exciting.
No.
He's not going to wow you with crazy numbers. He just wins.
Yeah.
He just wins. It's just something about this dude's swagger that translate. You got 49ers line is all hurt. Injuries galore.
Yep.
Debo is out. This one out. Defense is looking whoop-de-whoop, but they're in contention every year.
Yeah. The confidence, the quiet confidence that he had.
Confidence. It's just that thing. It's that he got that, and I want to hate.
Right.
I want to hate.
I don't want to hate.
I can't.
I just always like, and I've been a 49ers fan my whole life. And, when you compare some of the great quarterbacks they've had, like you said, he's really boring. It's like he's not going to throw the long ball. There's nothing exciting about him. He manages, and that goes back to coaching too. He manages the game plan. Mm-hmm. And as long as he doesn't make a mistake, try and do too much, they okay.
That Dallas game, what I thought Dak should have done, now that you've called the play, okay, you're not kicking the field goal. In your mind, it should have been running the ball, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the first down.
And that's what these
drop back.
Do. Yeah.
He went back looking like running the play, looking for a receiver. Everybody's covered. Oh, I'm getting pressure. All right, run. Now it's too late. In your mind, you should have been, it's overtime. The ball is in my hand. Yeah. I'm going to get the first down.
And I think that's what all these young quarterbacks would do. We know Lamar would have done that. Mahomes would have done it. Josh Allen would have ran it. We know all these young guys. Justin Fields would have ran it. Yeah, we know all these young guys. Even Jalen Hurts. I think all these young guys would have ran the ball.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Fields, he's coming right along, wouldn't you say?
Man, and it's almost like it's such a waste. It's such a waste because he don't have nothing around him. And the young man is, and I said, this says a lot about him. He's playing hard now.
Poised too.
Yeah, and he's doing everything he can to try and win games.
Yeah.
He has no help.
No. But can they get him help? Because they got him. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you can definitely always find
as long as you can keep him healthy, you have a major piece at quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, that's the front office job.
And the running back is not bad.
And that's the front office job to get him help.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's the front office job to get him help, and he needs a line. He needs a receiver. He don't need several. Just give him one. Give him one receiver. And there's some out there. I watched Ohio State on Saturday. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah,
real good. Get him to Chicago. Get him to Chicago. So I want them to give that boy some help because they wasting a whole lot of talent there. A whole lot of talent. And the Bears are a proud organization. So I think they get around to that.
Yeah.
And so. JT, I agree with you. That division stinks. But hey, the Vikings shocked me on Sunday what they did at Buffalo.
Yeah, I wasn't, again, I can't put a lot of stock in Buffalo nor Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen, his potential, his ceiling is very high. I think he can eventually figure it out. I don't think he's figured it out yet in terms, again, that thing that just, it puts you over the top. It's just, you're going with a certain confidence and you're making the right decisions at the right time. That his red zone passing is horrible right now. He's got a lot of interceptions in the red zone.
Yes, sir.
At key moments in the game when it's time to put the nail in the coffin, he's going to turn the ball over or he's going to make the wrong play. Jury's out on Buffalo. Yeah, I think Baltimore right now is looking good. Jets. What the Jets?
Jets are winning.
Yeah. Who they win? Who they beat?
The Jets. Oh shit! Keeps happening with my phone. The Jets. That just shows you I'm supposed to be watching college basketball right now. It just automatically pops up on my phone.
Right, right, right.
Who did the Jets play? Because it was a
Let me
game.
see. Did they have a bye? I don't see them. Oh, yep. No, they beat no, that's the week prior. Yeah, that was the week prior. They beat the Bills. I think the
Oh, they
Jets
had a bye. They did have a bye.
they had a bye.
Yeah, they play the Patriots this week, which is a huge game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They got to get that game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, let's go down the list while we're here. Got Titans, Packers, Bears, Falcons. I'm gonna take the Titans over the Packers, and I'm gonna take the Bears over the Falcons.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Bears. I like the Bears. That Titans game. I'll go with the Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. I think that Packers Dallas game was a fluke. I think they're gonna resort back.
Definitely was a fluke. I agree with you there, buddy.
Yeah. And they get up for Dallas always, though. They always get up for Dallas.
Yeah.
It's always a close game, or Eagles, Colts. We're gonna take the Eagles.
Eagles, Colts. Yeah, I think the Eagles gonna be a little upset, and I just don't think Jess Saturday is ready for that game.
Yeah.
So,
Let's talk about that for a second.
oh, come on, man. Come on. So it's akin to me going to coach the Nets in their next game. That's really because my man came out of, he was literally sitting at the ESPN sports desk.
And
Coaching
high school football.
Coaching high school football
with a 3-5 record.
Yeah, not undefeated, not like killing it.
Not more losses than wins.
Yeah. And he is now the Indianapolis Colts
head
coach.
Yeah.
So I'm believing that if things go wrong with Jock Vaughn, I could be in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean it's when you own something, it's hard to tell somebody that owns something what they can and cannot do with their thing.
Very true. Very true.
Right? If that's his man's in them, I mean, if that's his man's in them, that's his man's in them, right?
Yeah, but he made a mockery.
And that's why when we say, especially football, is plantation.
It's all about ownership.
It's all about ownership, right? And 87% of the league is African American.
Yeah.
0% of the ownership is African American. The talent pool is owned by white people.
Yeah.
Own it.
Yeah.
They own the talent. Like there's a talent pool. There's a resource that exists. And monopolies are supposed to be so anti-American. The idea it's a monopoly.
Yeah.
Right. And no other community gets to share in that resource.
And they're so bad. Like NFL is so bad with everything in that. Who was just sold? Denver sold to the Walmart family, and they threw a couple black people on the board and made that seem like they're part of the ownership. Like, come on. It's all Walmart money. And you hey, let's parade these couple black people, and great for them. And they might have, like remember when Jay-Z had an ownership stake in the Brooklyn Nets. It's very similar to that. You get a little percentage or whatever, but you're not a decision maker. You're not sitting at the board meeting when they have it in New York or wherever they have it. you know. So it's like a joke with how they skirt the rules and how they play with the rules in the NFL. You know, and what Irsay did, and this to me wasn't even about race or anything else. This was about the coaching profession. What he did to those who have toiled year after year in the profession and on that staff alone.
You got what's my man? The wide receiver, Reggie Wayne. He's
Reggie
on
Wayne,
that. He's on that stat. One of the greatest receivers in NFL history.
Yes.
On the coaching staff of his team, and he was the legendary.
Won a Super Bowl with him.
Won a Super Bowl, yeah. Didn't he get an MVP?
If he didn't, he was instrumental in that game.
Yeah, he was. No, I'm saying MVP of the league. Didn't he get an MVP? Didn't he? Or top receiver, like him and Marvin Harrison together was beast.
Yeah, they were.
But him in his own right, when Reggie Wayne was phenomenal, man, and
he was.
He's on the coaching staff, and
like
but when you own something, now and this is my man, like Management Sports could get on. Like, you're gonna hire Chris Broussard, you're gonna hire Coach E.
Right.
I'm gonna get with my man. I'm gonna get with my man.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, man. So just the Rooney Rule is out the window in this situation.
And you know how they skirted it with the interim tag.
Interim. But then he come and get his first NFL win as a head coach, spanking up
that's what's crazy.
The Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. So Irsay is like, yeah, I told y'all.
You know what I mean? Look, I does things, son. Step back, chill. I'll show you how to do this, son. Let me just handle my thing. This is my thing.
Oh man, it's crazy. Like, I'm watching the game and I'm like, I didn't know whether to root for him or not.
Like Jeff Saturday seems like a likable person, like
a real good dude.
Personality, his character, the way he comes across. He's always happy-go-lucky. He seems like his energy's right. There's no slight to him. It's just that the dynamics, the
process wasn't right.
The process, optics. It's just the optics look crazy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. So
the Raiders. Is Josh McDaniels get moved around? They lost 7 straight, I think. They're like 5.
They're terrible.
But it's close games. They're not getting blown out. But they lost to the lowly Colts. So
they're not making plays when they need to either.
No.
And to me, things like that come down. That comes down to coaching, because that's the discipline and the focus that you get from practice and film room and everything, so you're prepared to make those plays in close games, to execute. And they're not doing it, man. I mean, I still go back to Vegas is just too much fun for a football team. To be.
But after training camp, isn't it played? I mean, after you get through training camp, it gets played after a while. There's but so much to do, and it's the same. It's the same thing, unless you just an addict, a sex addict.
If you're a creature of habit, the same thing is what you do.
Yeah, same thing, right? Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I'll just be smoking.
Where Hawk? Oh, he had Tyson's.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For real.
So,
we need to hook that up. As a matter of fact, we need to have Mike Tyson on Management Sports.
Him and whatchamacallit just did an edible. Him and Evander Holyfield did an edible.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's shaped in ear.
In the ear. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yo, now just to shift gears for a second, hop off subject. Mike Tyson has to be one of the most amazing stories in the history of sports.
Word.
Just in the history of time.
Yeah.
Where he came from, who he became as a professional boxer, having gone to prison,
Yes.
coming out of prison, restarting his boxing career, going totally broke,
Yep.
looking like seemingly a broken man, having death in his family with the death of his daughter, but changing his entire life around to become this very successful entrepreneur, businessman, media personality,
Yes.
podcaster.
Yes.
Like Mike Tyson, his words mean so much to us. Like he just, when you think about what he was in 89, 90, 88, 89, 90, like the ear, just, the rape allegations, just all of that, to who he is now and what he means to us, it's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
It shows the process of life, that life is ups and downs, and he has and continues to weather the storm and understands it. Like, just his understanding of life and who he is amazing, man. Like, I love to hear him talk now, and where he is, and like you said, him being an entrepreneur on so many levels, the diversity of his businesses, but at the core of it is a plan that truly has changed his life. The plant that you just sparked up, my brother, that is what really has helped him to get to this point. And that's that's the part I think that I find most interesting. Because he was on other medications and other things, therapies, all kind of things, but it was that plant from the earth, natural.
Yeah, man.
That is helpful.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's get back to this football conversation, though.
Yeah. Let's continue going down this list. I mean, I don't care about the Rams Saints. I don't know how you feel. The Saints need to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't really care about the Rams Saints either, but I'm gonna take the Rams. I think the Rams will win that game. Commanders Texans. We're gonna roll with the Commanders.
Yeah, hey, I like what I saw from the Commanders last night.
Yeah, I did.
And the Texans not beating anybody.
Yeah.
And nor do I think they're trying to beat anybody.
Yeah. I grew up a Cowboy fan. I'm talking about 1978 Jackie Smith in the end zone dropping the pass. I'm that fan.
Yeah.
Right. And growing up a Cowboy fan, I had so much disdain for Giant fans, of course, Eagle fans, Washington fans.
Right.
I never wanted to see them win. Now, I'm not as much a Cowboy fan anymore because of Jerry Jones and his shenanigans.
Yeah.
His political stances. He literally campaigned for Trump. He literally, the whole Colin Kaepernick, he sided with Trump. Okay, I get that. Okay, fine. But I'm also like, I want to see the NFC East do their thing. Like, I really want to see Eagles, Washington, Giants do their thing in other places. I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see all four teams make the playoffs. I think that would be great to see, and would say so much. And like, Giants are going to win this week because they got the Lions, so not worry about them. So I just want to see the division keep moving the way it's moving.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we got the Browns and the Bills. Browns at Bills. I'll take the Bills.
I mean, the Bills should win, but don't know. I mean, I thought Josh Allen, they should have won against the Vikings. But, one of the things that stood out to me was Josh Allen. You remember when he went for the tackle and he led with, like, his right elbow is hurting.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he led with. And I know in the moment, you not thinking, you just playing. But come on, my man. Like, you gotta be smarter. So that to me, there's something there that he might not be the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Like he want to run everybody over.
Yeah.
He's looking for the defender to try to truck him.
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to prove a point. And nah, brother, your position is too important as a quarterback.
I think he might be naturally gifted, but I'm not sure he's the brightest quarterback out there. Because even the interception he threw was like, come on, man. The dude was just waiting there for it. He was baiting you. It was like defensive back 101.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm trying to find when is Deshaun Watson back. I'm having problems with Google. Okay, here we go.
He's back week 11. Oh, hold on. I think he's back practicing this week.
Yeah.
And he plays, I think, week 13.
Week 13? So This is week 12 coming up, right?
Yeah, I think he's practicing this week.
This is week 11 that we're in.
He was able to practice this week.
Wow, okay. All right, so we're on the lookout for Deshaun Watson to make his debut coming up pretty soon.
Yep, in 2 weeks.
Yep, okay. Panthers at Ravens.
Panthers, Ravens. Yeah, Ravens, yes.
Lions at Giants.
Giants.
Raiders at Broncos. Battle of the bottom.
Yeah, the Raiders got to win that.
So does the Broncos.
True. Where is it? It's in Denver.
In Denver, I'm gonna go Broncos for that point right there.
Because it's in Denver. I'm going. Hey, stop. I'm going Broncos because it's probably pretty cold in Denver right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's affecting Vegas.
Yeah, oh yeah, you've been in 75, 80-degree weather every day. You gotta go to cold weather. Could be a little nippy. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Cowboys Vikings. Wow.
I'm taking the Cowboys because even though the Vikings won, I'm not a believer. After actually watching the Vikings, I'm not a believer in them at all. No. It's just Jefferson is a freak of nature out there catching the ball.
See, I think Dallas's card has been pulled.
Ooh, okay.
Can't stop the running game.
Okay.
And outside of Diggs, that secondary looked mad suspect.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if you can't stop the run. Because now everybody's pulled up.
So you saying Jefferson might have like 200 yards then catch?
Yeah, he might have 200 yards in Minnesota. See, and that's what I mean. Like we know Dallas. We were big on their defense in the first part of the season, but they've been exposed.
Yeah,
and Dak, can he put up the points to match? You got CeeDee Lamb, you got Gallup. Are they going to be able to match? Is Pollard going to be able to? Is it a Pollard thing? I don't know. In Minnesota.
Man, no, I gotta go with the Cowboys, man. I gotta believe that they gonna, because the Vikings aren't believable to me. They just, and that's crazy to say after what they did on Sunday at Buffalo.
And the Cowboys are.
You're right. No, they're not. But
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Show. You got to show and prove, and Dak to me hasn't shown and prove. I mean, you put up the numbers against the Bears.
I think he's gonna bounce back though. I think he has that bounce back.
Okay, I'm rocking with the Vikings.
Yeah, that's tough though because it is in Minnesota.
I mean, I want to see the Cowboys win. I'm picking the Vikings though.
And Jefferson is, like you said about that secondary, what he's doing out there is crazy.
Bro, that catch, what's better, his catch or OBJ's against the Cowboys back?
Oh, his catch, because he took that from dude with one hand. You know how strong you got to be, first of all, to catch the ball with one hand, but to take it from the defender with one hand, or not even allow the defender to knock it out of your one hand. That was amazing.
That was amazing. Now, the OBJ joint, though, because he was off his feet.
Yeah, he was in the air, but it was
When he caught the ball, it was behind his head when he caught it.
but it was no defender there. It was no defender.
No, what you talking about? It was the defender pass interfered him.
No, I'm saying like not like on the ball.
Oh, he didn't take it here. He took it
Like
from
the defender was right on the ball, and even the defender after was like, maybe I should just knock the ball down
with one hand.
I tried to catch it.
He with one hand. He took it from dude with one hand behind himself.
One hand.
He definitely did a flip to maintain control of it with one hand, and
that was just utterly amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man. Okay. We got Bengals, Steelers.
That's
Bengals gonna spank the Steelers around. KG, wherever you at, just know I'm picking the Bengals to spank around them Steelers. You know what I mean?
You feel like that hot?
Yeah, Bengals gonna spank. The Bengals gonna spank them around
in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, for sure.
Jamar Chase is still out, right?
I don't know. It don't matter. What's the been doing? What's their record?
5-4. Steelers 3-6. I got the Steelers.
Okay. All right. There you go. Chiefs, Chargers.
Oh, Chiefs.
And 49ers, Cardinals.
49ers.
I got the 49ers.
Although I like the Cardinals how they play at home, but I still think their coach should be fired.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say that every week until he is.
Wow.
Because they got too many weapons.
They got crazy weapons. But all right, look, Coach. Let me take a quick break for a second before we hop into this NBA. All right, just give me a second. You talk to the audience. You know what? Let me put up a video. How about that? Let me put up a video. One more time for the people. One more time for the people.
Give them that real hip hop.
Real hip hop for the peoples in them.
Anthony Rizzo just re-signed with the Yankees.
Nice.
Yeah. 24 hours of peace, love, unity, safely having fun. Real hip hop for the people. It's an engagement. It's a demonstration. Using hip hop culture to get you activated. Let the people hear the bass and the vibration, the love, peace, unity, and watch them add on. It's a culture. It's not just rapping. It's not what we do. It's how we do it. We're doing it right here, Springfield Avenue, between Bergen and Plum. 24 hours straight, man. It's crazy.
We the people. The people of the culture.
Yeah, Ron Lawrence.
Fire. The hip hop culture.
Yo, we love rap.
Yes,
love
we
it.
do.
Yeah, we do. But it's really about the culture.
Yeah, let them know how.
The realness. The culture.
Yeah. What up, man?
You know a hard head makes it soft behind. If I only knew my schoolwork like I knew them rhymes. Mom upside my head, I'm trying to memorize every line. High power rap and breaks, super rhymes. Deep into the culture, didn't even know it. Young entrepreneurs spitting bars like a poet in a rush to be mature behind bars when we blow it. In the bold that rappers too immature to outgrow it. It was more than just music, something next to breathing. I get giddy like a baby trying to spit while I'm feeding. The mic I be squeezing, dropping facts like I'm teaching. Leaking flows for the perfect beat seeking. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. But I'm trying to feel a light so you can see it when I tan. I'm like one I never ran, I'm a fan but never stand. Just take it backwards to the east, Xing out the clan.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But But no one stopped to think about the people.
Pueblo Unido, grassroots Steve Biko. Rule number one, never forget the people. I live that, I get that. Heart all in it, no gimmicks, straight facts. From the start, I'm the light from the dark. Born from black art, knew my part. Daddy gave me, mama made me. North raised me, hip hop saved me. For the culture now, for the black and brown. Harriet Underground, sun up to sundown. Till my people get out, north to down south, spread like word of mouth. While you cowards is hooded, we battle the bullet. Black lives to the fullest. Out here to the end, stronger together, that's the day we win.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
Yeah.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
The legends before me are ones I want to get it like, but hitting quick hit different when hitting right. Mob ties, this thing of ours is birthrights. Who's next for the culture and them searchlights? Doing to it, this music, I'm trying to talk through it. Every plan on my own, I watch the lie do it. Airborne to skiki like a Wendell Pruitt. Trumpets blow, this song's here, melodic ruins. Think for it before they have to think for 'em. Boom bap, I talk that and live enormous. Informers when present and your boy performing, especially when them drums snap by Brian Lawrence. Do it all, that poet talk of the line crosser. Mini hawk and I speed by in flying saucers. Make it worth it, I can't take no feeble offers. Signed, sealed, and delivered, and you know the offer.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are.
But no one stopped to think about the people.
Holy integrated, having omnipresent, we are. Yeah, the people.
Yeah, that was real hip hop for the people by your man Hakim Green off the Aubrey album, entirely produced by Ron Lawrence. That particular song features Amiri Baraka Jr., Chief of Staff for the Honorable Mayor Roz Baraka of Newark, New Jersey. Also, Councilman Dupre Do-It-All Kelly, also of the mighty Lords of the Underground. Happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
Funky.
Salute.
Also want to shout out Media Famous. The people at Media Famous are the best in distribution and marketing services. So artists, if you got content that you're trying to get out to the world, music and such, go over to MediaFamous.com. Tell them Hakim sent you. Plug in. I'm sure you're going to find what you need. You can get access to all the digital streaming platforms, the Amazons, the Apples, the Spotifys, the Titles, all of them. Go check them with Media Famous. Trust me. Tell them Hakim sent you. All right, that's what it is. The NBA. How about them Lakers? They won a game the other day, brother.
Hey, they beat the depleted Nets.
KD played.
KD didn't play.
And LeBron didn't.
LeBron did not.
Does that mean something? Like LeBron didn't play and they won.
No, because LeBron and KD haven't played against each other in 4 years.
Right. No. I mean, in terms of the last few times we've watched LeBron play, his plus minus was crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know what
his plus minus is crazy bad.
You know, and here's another crazy thing. You know, they can't even trade LeBron until the offseason. So I've said it many times. I'm a Lakers fan. I got to eat this year. It's a wrap, and I just know because this is how this stuff works. The Lakers going to get the number 1 pick. They're going to go to New Orleans, and Wembanyama and Zion are going to destroy the league for the
and Brandon Ingram. It's going to be a dynasty for like the next 10 years.
Yeah, just destroy the league.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, I still say Wembanyama's not fair, yo.
man, I seen this dude shoot a 3-point floater.
With off one leg, brother.
Yeah, you can't do that,
bro. It's
You
unfair.
can't do that.
Fair. It's not right. I don't care where he goes. It's unfair.
You right, man.
It's unfair. There's no answer for it.
Every time they show a clip of him, I'm just like, yo, this dude. And even there was a Ibaka, Ibaka has his podcast, and he had Giannis on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Giannis was like, same thing you saying and how you saying it. That's how he was. And here's a 2-time MVP, a champion. Many consider him, possibly the best right now. He like, yo, he unfair.
It's unfair. Bro, and I think Giannis is unfair.
Right.
I think Giannis is like, they're gonna have to raise the rim, bro.
Yeah. I mean, but for him to say it in the way he was, that same passion you have, that's how he was.
No, Coach, hold on for 1 second, though. I want you to. They're gonna have to raise the rim, bro.
Yeah, 12 feet might be in order.
I mean, because this dude is what, 7'3", 7'4",
still growing, only 18.
Still growing, only 18. He got handles.
Can shoot the three.
He
and
can
not just stand still three, pull up threes.
Pull up threes.
Off of one leg, a floater three.
Yo, he got a shooting forward type game as a 7'4", 200 and weighs like 240, 220.
Like, and his post game is so simple. It's an automatic dunk. Sometimes when he posts up,
come on,
he don't even dunk it because it's just like, you know what,
bro,
drop this in.
He doesn't have to jump.
Yep.
But you pass the ball up high. Everything's up here.
Yep.
No bounce passes to money. Everything's up here. Nobody can get it. Who? There's nobody in the league who can jump that high.
Yeah.
And he just turns and puts it in.
Yeah. Let me drop this in here.
I don't have to dunk it. I just turn. It'll be like little kids trying to jump up and knock the ball. Maybe he's a little kid, like 4 years old, and your uncles had the ball in here. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like that in the NBA, bro.
Yeah. Nah, he different, brother. He is. But I still just think, as luck would have it, Lakers gonna get that pick and it goes to New Orleans.
We're going to New Orleans. Wow.
But I will say, Russ Westbrook playing much better, coming off the bench, doing a phenomenal job. I like what he's doing, how he's playing right now. And it showed, the other night, AD stepped up. The three of them can't play together.
Street clothes.
Two of them can play together. Whether it's AD and LeBron or it's Russ and AD. Russ and LeBron can't play together.
No.
They both need the
doesn't
ball.
make sense. Yeah, it's the same player, basically.
Yeah.
The same player.
So,
but that's not a bad thing when you bring Russ off the bench.
Not at all. I think it's been great and shows, Darvin Ham has gotten them to buy in. So this is a good thing. So back to the trade thing, only tradable piece is actually AD. Now, I think you talked about this.
Let's go. I know where you're going.
AD for KD.
That's why I'm saying.
And then I'm going to go even further.
Kyrie's
Let's
going
go
to LA next year.
AD for KD. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Get that out the way.
Yep.
And when the season's over,
get Kyrie.
Get Kyrie. Come on, Hop. Come on, Hop.
I'm with it. That sounds great to me.
I
want to see my man LBJ go on a multi-ring run.
That's it right there. That's how you do it.
Close out with 6 rings.
That's how you do it right there. If I'm, and I know that's probably going to be hard for him to do, tell his man Rich Paul, yo, get AD out of here, get KD, and we already know Kyrie going there, even though they probably a little skeptical with everything that's just happened, but the Lakers, they overlook your issues all the time,
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Forget Spencer Haywood.
Spencer Haywood.
They overlook some things out there in LA.
Yeah.
So I like that because remember, end of the year, Russ is off the books. That opens up the money for Kyrie.
For Kyrie.
And another player. You probably could get, a mid-level dude too.
And then all this forgiven with LeBron. Now everybody's loving LeBron.
If they pull that off, I'll forgive them. They can pull that off.
No, it's hilarious.
I
wish Wes was here. Oh my God, I wish Wes was here right now.
Hey, if he sells out his man AD after getting him there, I'll forgive him.
Dude, I can't depend on you, bro. You're glass man, bro.
I would definitely
street clothes.
Yeah, he played well though against the Nets. He played really well.
I mean, there's no doubt AD is one of the most talented players in the NBA. Like that's
when healthy.
Without doubt. When healthy. The whole issue is his health. Now last year, even though when he was healthy, or when he played, I might say I don't know if he was healthy when he played. Last year was just horrible.
Yeah.
It was really horrible. So we'll chalk it up to being injured, not being 100%. But he definitely comes to light. He comes to light.
I still, when he falls, I'm still like, ooh, he gonna get up? Did he hurt something?
If y'all wondering, I'm high as all hell. I was in the gym all day. I didn't eat. And I've been smoking, so I got the munchies.
Yeah, you gotta get your nutrients.
So I just need a little sugar kick, or Hawk look crazy. So excuse the munching things in my trap. Munching things. Got these
hey, that's vegan, why it's mad. That's why it's Mad IZM Sports.
Got these vegan oatmeal raisin joints.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so hold on 1 second. Yo, what up, man? Yo, you're on Mad IZM Sports right now. Say what up to the people.
What up, everybody? What's going on?
This is my cousin Aubrey. Listen, I'm doing the show. I'll hit you after.
All right, you with me.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Lakers at the bottom of the barrel. And who's looking good right now?
I like watching the Grizzlies play. I like watching the Grizzlies play. Also, well, I tell you all the time, in our chat, I'm a Pelicans fan now. The original Lakers. I like them young boys, how they playing. Boston looks phenomenal. Tatum and Brown, and they still don't have, Robert Williams is still out hurt. Brogdon, it was a huge pickup, real solid coming off the bench. He looks good. Milwaukee's been on a little losing streak. They've lost a few.
They lost to Atlanta the other night, right?
Yeah, they lost to Atlanta.
Who's been looking good?
Yeah, I mean that backcourt is tough. DeJounte Murray and Trey. And Cleveland, man.
Wow.
Cleveland, them young boys looking good.
Well, Golden State I.e. Steph Curry put it on him the other night, though.
Yeah, I mean, Steph put Golden State on his back the other night. In fact,
Mhm.
Golden State just sent Wiseman down to the G League.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, Draymond ain't going nowhere.
No, not at all. They can't afford it.
He ain't going nowhere.
I think they were hoping Wiseman be ready or Kuminga, but neither one of them has been getting what they
Yeah,
need.
Kuminga's weird too because we just expect so much from him. You know, he reminds me of not even as good as his cohort. What's my man?
Wiggins.
Wiggins, thank you.
Yeah, but I think Kuminga might be that same thing. We need to give him a little more time. And you know what? It might be in another situation where he really reaches his apex. It might not happen at Golden State. You know, as much as they wanted to.
Let me ask you this. Is he Michael Beasley?
No, I don't think he's that.
Michael Beasley, all the talent in the world.
Yeah, but
and it's on the comeback trail from what I hear. He's on the comeback trail now.
Michael Beasley had some off the court things that I think got in the way of his talent.
Okay.
You know, he had a lot of off the court issues, you know, family, you know, whole thing of taking care of everybody and not having the right support system. I just think Kuminga is in a situation, you got so many dominant personalities and talent. You know, I don't know if he knows where he fits in just yet or how to fit in.
The way he plays, my limited knowledge, looks like all he's there to do is crash the board and put in putbacks.
Right. I don't think he understands his role is to come in and be that killer and be that stud for the future, but do it now. You know, I just don't think he understands that. And that's hard. That's hard for a guy to get.
Yeah, when you got playing with Steph and Clay.
Right.
You know,
you're going to naturally defer. You know, and they don't need him to defer. And that's what helped Poole get over the hump. He didn't come in deferring. He came in fighting for his life every time he got minutes. And that's what you got to do.
Wow.
What you got to do.
And avoid getting punched in the mouth.
I mean, sometimes you need to get punched in the mouth, you know. You know, sometimes you need some act right.
Some straightening.
Some straightening. You know. But I mean, you look at what's happening in the league. Teams that should be, or we thought would tank, doing well. Washington has a good record right now. I didn't think Toronto would be this good right now.
Toronto's doing their numbers.
Indiana's doing better than I thought they would do right now. And then you go to the West. The hell's going on with Utah?
Utah is balling.
Yeah, man. That ain't supposed to happen.
When the Lakers lost to them, and everybody was like, "Oh, they lost to Utah." I'm like, "Nah, man."
At the time, I think when the Lakers lost to them, they might have been in first place in the You know, they I think in third now.
Utah's gonna always start out strong.
Yeah.
We'll know what they are come April.
I mean, I know Danny Ainge want them to be out of the playoff picture so they can get in the lottery with all them picks they got.
Wembanyama.
Yep.
Bruh, he's the most anticipated draft pick probably since Ewing.
Since LeBron, easily.
Oh, LeBron, bugger. My God.
Since LeBron. You know, I know we were looking forward to Zion, but not like this dude.
No.
This dude is special.
He gonna change anybody's team anywhere he goes. He's immediately, instantaneously, they're the favorite.
Yeah, no, he changes. He changes. Because
what is Chet Holmgren gonna be able to do against him?
Yo, speaking of that, you know they talking about Oklahoma could end up having both of them, which would be scary.
That's unfair, bro.
Those two with what's my man Shea Gilgeous. Oh my God. OKC becomes the favorite right away.
Bro, it's unfair.
You got 207.
If I'm the NBA, I'm not letting that happen. because you want to see Wembanyama go against Chet Holmgren. You need that. Like, that's the ticket sales on that, bro.
Yeah.
That's Chet Holmgren. Man, I want to see Wembanyama just break this. But
hey, if you put them together, how do you score in the paint?
You don't.
But
you got Steph. It becomes way more important now.
But see, here's the scary part on that. I've seen, especially Wembanyama, step out blocking threes.
Right, but the thing is, you want him to step out.
Yeah,
you want him to step out because now you can. His height is not a factor on the post. Right.
You know, but that's scary. If you got him and Chet Holmgren together, if you get by one, the other one's there.
Yo, Neville.
Yes, sir.
Neville.
I made it. Man. I was on a job, man.
I just thought of you, Neville, when I saw Rizzo resign.
Yes. So with the Rizzo resigning is interesting because him and Judge, they're very close.
Yeah.
So if Rizzo is signing an extension, that's a good sign.
And
but I also got some inside information from a friend of mine that's in the know, that knows some people are saying that Judge is going to agree to an 8-year deal. So this was about a week and a half ago. I got this text from one of my partners.
Well, Steinbrenner said that they would even offer Judge the captaincy.
Yeah.
Or,
but it ain't really about the captaincy. I think it's more so about show me the money and show me how much you appreciate me.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a season for the ages. This is one of the great seasons in baseball history. Like, I mean, as far as this in the Yankee uniform.
Yeah, in the Yankee uniform, no chip.
Nah, but still, hold on. Listen, there's never been an American League player that's hit more than 61 home runs.
That's true.
That's big. That's
okay.
That's a record book. That's a record.
Okay, that's what for the record book for the American League.
Yeah.
And the other guys that was with Mawai and Sosa and Bonds, there's question marks as to how they got them 73. You know what I'm saying? How he got 73 and how Sosa got 60 and 66.
What's the question mark? They hit the ball. I don't understand.
They hit the ball. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know how baseball is. Baseball purists.
Asterisk.
It's always going to be like, to me, the record is the record. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, still got to hit the ball.
That's right.
Yo,
that's right.
You still got to hit the ball.
But to me, can you do that on a regular basis? Obviously, Judge has already hit 52. His rookie season, he hit 52.
So you saying Judge juicing? That's what you saying?
No, I'm not saying Judge is juicing. I mean, dude is 6'7". He's 6'7", 285, dude. I mean,
Yeah, he's huge.
He's a big dude
with a cannon of an arm, 5'2" player. He got speed. He can hit for average. He hits for power. He's like a unicorn in this day and age.
Yeah, I agree.
Most of these dudes are batting. They hit the 40 home runs and they batting 220.
Yeah.
Nev, check this out though.
Back in the day when we were coming up, if you was like a 220 hitter, you wasn't a good hitter. You had to be a 300.
That's right.
We came up in that Tony Gwynn.
280, 280 and above.
Yeah, 280, 290. I mean, but what boxing them dudes was getting 320, 330. Tony Gwynn was hitting 350, 360.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tony Gwynn is the master. What's his career batting average is like three something like three.
He's like, I think he's a 330 something like that batting average. I mean, he's ridiculous. I mean, his numbers. I mean, funny thing is, he could have probably hit for more power, but it would have messed up his average. Put his average down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so check this out. Hold on, before we get too deep. we were having a conversation.
We
were talking basketball before you popped in.
Okay.
And we were having a conversation about how unfair it would be if Wembanyama ends up going to OKC. Because then they'd have Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama, and nobody be able to score in the paint like at all.
Yeah. That kid is looking. And they saying he's almost a can't miss.
Yeah, he looks.
They haven't said that. The last time you heard about can't miss, the last player that was can't miss was LeBron.
That's right.
Bro,
that's the last player that they said it was can't miss.
I predict he won't miss a shot in his career. He don't have to jump, bro.
Yeah, nah.
He doesn't have to jump.
He's right there. He's right by the rim. He's like,
he got finesse.
Yeah.
He got handles. He got footwork.
And he can take you. Listen, and he can take you outside.
His outside game is what's crazy.
He can rain threes on you.
That's what I'm saying. So that's like something you know.
He can get the ball on the outside, pump fake you, drive to the rim, do some old ill shit, and don't even have to jump to dunk.
It's insane. It's insane what this kid can do. Like,
he's an NBA 2K created player.
I just seen some highlights and I'm just like, man, I said, man, this guy's like,
the NBA is gonna look like a playground to him.
I'm almost ready for the Knicks to start tanking now.
They should be, but you know the Knicks.
But tanking doesn't work. I mean, it hasn't worked in our favor since Patrick Ewing, man.
Yeah, it never works with the Knicks. Never.
It's like Cleveland could go and get back-to-back lotteries picks and like number one picks, and it's like, we don't get that lucky. I don't understand what is it like. They don't want to play in New York. I mean, come on. I mean, you know how big that would be.
Yeah,
just have a play in the biggest market.
Knicks don't ever have that kind of luck.
We don't have the luck. Listen.
Don't know what it messes up anyway. So
either we don't have the luck. Nah, but funny thing is, I think when you get that right player, it makes everybody look good.
Yeah.
What was Golden State before Curry?
And Wembanyama is that right player.
Yeah.
I mean, Wembanyama is like no matter where he goes, they're the favorites.
Yeah.
And he can't. Like I say, he can't miss. Like the dude, it's unfair, man. They got to raise the rim. I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be mad wherever he go. So
it's gonna be like,
as a Knicks fan, I'm gonna be mad wherever he go because I know he ain't coming to the Knicks. So I'm gonna be mad.
The first year, everybody's gonna be amazed and astounded.
Yeah.
The second year, everybody's gonna be pissed off because nobody's gonna win a game against him.
Yeah.
Like I can't see. What do you do?
You can't guard him.
You can't guard him.
Yeah.
And he's just swatting everything that his arm length is incredible. His height
it's definitely something to see. Yeah.
I mean, coach.
It's definitely gonna be something to see.
Am I bugging? I mean, how would you coach against them?
I've seen highlights of dude blocking 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
Like he closing out, blocking 3-point shooters.
So
like
if he could come out and block 3-point shooters, I mean,
that's just not fair.
It's not fair.
All you can hope for is the rest of his teammates don't score. That's it.
Yeah, but that's not gonna happen because you're gonna be. It's gonna be crazy.
And depending on where he goes, I mean, like
if he ends up with the Pelicans with Zion, oh my God. Come on.
I think if he ends up with the Pelicans, with the Pelicans, they may trade Zion.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Why?
You're gonna have a glut. I mean, you're gonna have a glut. I mean, him and
Why
Zion.
would you? Why? Yeah, bro.
You think will they be able to coexist?
Gonna have the first.
Yeah, because Wembanyama shoots the three.
First of all, I'm not worried about him going to Pelicans go to playoffs.
But they got the Lakers pick.
Oh yeah, damn. Oh shit! I forgot about that. Wow. If they get him, Laker fans are going to riot.
Word.
Lakers fans ain't never had to deal with stuff like this.
Well, Nev, all right, but check this out, because I
Yeah.
just said we came to the assumption that they're gonna trade AD for KD, and then Kyrie gonna end up in LA next year. So if you get Kyrie, KD, and LeBron,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure after what LeBron said. What was it? He said something. Didn't LeBron say something like kind of like against Kyrie?
Nah, but he stood up for him after.
Yeah, he backtracked. He backtracked.
He backtracked.
Yeah, he got back with the brothers. You know, he had his politics. You know, it's political. It's political.
He had just come off of having Kanye say crazy stuff on his show.
The only thing, listen. But the only thing with Kyrie is just not reliable, bro. It's like I can't invest my money in a player that I don't know if it's gonna play.
Yeah, but
whether he's injured,
if you got Kyrie, LeBron, and KD, bruh.
Well, KD. I mean, you think KD's? Well, KD signed to the Nets. I mean, where's KD going?
But they're saying they're gonna make the trade.
They're gonna trade him for AD
because KD wants out of Brooklyn.
Yeah, but I don't. But like quiet as I don't think KD really wants to. I just think he's not saying anything. But I don't think he wants to play with Kyrie anymore. I don't think he wants to play with Kyrie anymore.
I think he ride with his man. I do.
No, I think he's riding with him, but I don't think he wants to
publicly. But he wants to play with him anymore. Yeah, no,
I don't think he wants to play with him. See, that's one thing. The same thing with same thing with just because you cool with a person, you try to work. You see, since he's been out, they've been playing a lot better.
No, they have been. But Nick Claxton said today, he was like, they were like, you know, y'all playing better without Kyrie. And he was like, but think how much better we're going to be when he's on the floor. So that's 30 points a game that they don't have.
Yeah, I mean,
Kyrie is a beast. It's just a matter of he's implementing a system that
he's one of the greatest talents I've ever seen. Like as far as just overall, just like the way he handles everything, his game, his fluidness, his shot. I mean, everything. He's like Picasso on the court.
Yeah.
But with that Picasso, you got to deal with a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, you do.
Just to deal with a lot of other stuff, man.
Now LeBron was able to navigate that to three appearances and one win.
But that was before. It
wasn't before.
What? No, I'm saying
he's saying
who he is now is who he wasn't 10 years ago.
Right.
Whatever when they won. Like
actually, yes, it was. He was the same person. That's why he got up out of Cleveland because he was.
But I think he's also like really like.
He's establishing who he is now. He was going into it then.
He was going into it. But he's really full blown.
I do want to think that. I'd like to think that.
Yeah.
No, not saying like to think that.
Yeah.
No, I won't say that. I want to say I think that this last experience has humbled him.
Oh yeah,
I think he's probably like, you know what? Let me just lock in.
But you gotta remember,
play this game.
You talk about LA. You talk about liberal. Like I'm pretty sure that didn't roll with like a lot of stuff that was going on. Probably didn't roll with that Hollywood liberal mindset over there, and they gonna probably like.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Adam.
In the words of Dave Chappelle, in Hollywood, there are a lot of Jews.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
I mean, there's a lot of blacks in Ferguson.
I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying it does, but I'm saying it does. Like, you know, the Lakers for the last few seasons, they've been going through a lot of different stuff. You think really they want that? Because, like I said, getting him, he's incredible talent, but it comes with.
Comes with a lot. That's what they said about Spencer Haywood. That's what they said about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nah, it comes with a lot.
I think they're more equipped to deal with that than Brooklyn. I just don't think Brooklyn is equipped to deal with, just from a PR standpoint.
Yeah,
you know, Brooklyn doesn't do it.
It's crazy because I said, if you think this whole situation was crazy in Brooklyn, could you imagine if he would have been on the Knicks when this happened? that would have been like dynamite. It would have been 10 times. It would have been like, you talk about people to talk about it.
Yeah.
You would have been able. You wouldn't be able to get past it.
I mean, JT just he said shit. A lot of Jews in New York City. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. I mean,
but and him being Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn, Manhattan is still New York City. Media is media.
Hasidic Jews are right there.
But you talk about the New York Knicks. This is the city's franchise. The New York Knicks is a totally different animal.
Right. Hey, and I like the way the Knicks are playing right now.
Yeah, but
even though Brooklyn just whooped they behind without Kyrie.
I'm telling you, if the Knicks,
brand new coach did
you see my post earlier, Hot?
No.
If the Knicks go 0-5 on this road trip, which is very possible, because you see who they're playing, right?
If they go 0-5,
I think Tibbs might be on a real. His seat is already warm.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fire if he goes 0-5 on this trip.
And you know who they should bring in?
John Calipari.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, they probably what they're going to do is they're probably going to get an interim. They're probably going to hire somebody that's on the staff already because they're not going to bring in an established coach.
They're going to have an interim, and then they're going
to have an interim.
John Calipari.
I don't think John Calipari. I don't.
I know who I think, but I'm not even going to say it.
I'm
gonna telepathically put it out there.
Listen. I think who they. No, because he's not. That's not. I think he's going for Mark Jackson. Listen, let me tell you something. The Knicks had a chance to hire Mark Jackson. They ain't hiring Mark Jackson.
Nope.
I'm telling you, bro. Not happening, bro.
I'm telling y'all, John Calipari.
No, I doubt it. I think he'll probably be like somebody.
You know, Leon Rose and Worldwide West was his agent.
Oh yeah. You know, I was with them. I was with Leon Rose and Worldwide West a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah, I was buzzing through Times Square. I was up there. I hit Neville up. Yeah, I'm in the garden. I'm up in the Listen. I had the suites. Knicks royalty now.
Nice.
I was in a suite with them. All you can eat. They even have my vegan stuff up in there, man. I was getting busy up in there.
I was like, wow. I had got off. I was trying to do something, but I was walking past the garden as I'm talking to Neville. He's in the garden living it up. I'm like, oh man, told me.
Did you know, Hawk? Did you know that Worldwide West and Jimmy Johnson are very close?
Interesting.
Yeah. They're very close. They're so close that he has. You know, Jimmy Johnson has a book coming out.
No.
My cousin is a PR for Fox, so he's working with Jimmy Johnson on this particular project. He's the one that's actually I'm supposed to get a copy. If I get an extra copy, I'm gonna send it to you, Hawk. He might be sending me 2 copies of the Jimmy Johnson book.
Nice.
And I'm gonna send you a copy. He has one section just talk about Worldwide West with him and Worldwide West. It's just that's how tight they are.
Nice.
He has a chapter devoted to Worldwide West. Worldwide West is like he's like that guy that's got his tentacles all over
everywhere.
He's kind of like what's that dude? Hold on. They had a documentary on that music dude. You know the music dude talking about?
Clarence Avant.
Yeah. He's like
the equivalent. Yeah.
He's the equivalent in the NBA in sports.
You're right.
Worldwide West is.
Now you talking about Jimmy Johnson, football Jimmy Johnson?
Football.
Yeah, football.
Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
Not NASCAR Jimmy Johnson.
No, not NASCAR. They said Jimmy Johnson loves Worldwide West.
Wow.
Yes. That's how close, that's how tight they are.
Man.
Yeah, he was telling me a story. Worldwide West was telling me a story about how they met and you know. Yeah, because you know Worldwide West is from he from Jersey, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Work?
Yeah, South Jersey, Camden.
Yeah, he from Camden, kid. He said he's a Camden boy, man.
Yeah, Jersey produced some legendary people, bro.
Yeah, man. He got up out of Camden, man. He definitely reps Camden. So we talking. He definitely reps Camden. And you know what's the name? Rick Brunson was doing the high school. He was a coach.
That's how Rick Brunson became the coach because
of West. Yeah.
DJ Wagner, it's Dewan Wagner's
Camden.
Yeah.
Wes is DeJuan's godfather.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of I didn't realize how much connections was going on until like I'm just having a he's a very captivating dude. Like I can see why he has these relationships that he has with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a very intriguing, captivating dude, man. Cool as hell, man. I met his daughter. Leon Rose is cool as hell too. Leon Rose, cool, like just he peeped. Listen, he peeped. He made a comment about my Nikes. He peeped the exclusive joints I had on. He was like, because I think they got contract with Nike and stuff like that. So he did all his Nike stuff.
He's good friends with Phil Knight as well.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't realize just how this guy is connected, boy.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah. So, you said the Knicks is looking. I
mean, it's not. Listen, they are about where I thought they would be, like hovering at 500, a little bit over 500. I thought they would probably take an incremental steps, but Tibbs is known for defense.
Right.
And when you're giving up 145 points to OKC, that's not good.
Not good.
That's not good. That's the defense. The defense has not been good this year, so it's not looking. And if you got a coach this is his moniker. This is what Tibbs is. Tibbs is supposed to be the defensive guy. If you're not the defensive guy, what are you doing? What are we doing?
No.
So it's looking very shaky for West, man. I mean for Tibbs, man. So it's like I don't know, man. It's like but like I guess we'll see. But I think what's gonna happen is I think they're gonna probably end up going up in there and like if they have at least get two out of those 5, they'll be okay. Because that's a tough. You got Golden State. You got they got some.
To the West is tough right now.
Yeah. Any trip to the West. It's always tough anyway. Okay, it's always they got the Nuggets.
Tough.
Okay, tonight we got the Jazz.
Tough.
And Jazz is 10 and 5.
Might be the best team in the league.
Yep, they playing.
Jazz is 10 and 5. It's funny because everybody thought they was gonna be done. Everybody thought it was gonna be a lottery team.
Nope.
Okay, so they got the Jazz tonight. Then they got the Nuggets tomorrow. They got 5 games in 7 days.
Damn.
So that's back-to-back losses.
So you got the Jazz, and then you got the Nuggets, and then you got the Warriors, and then you got the Suns.
Damn.
And then the last game is the Thunder.
Okay, they should get to Thunder.
Did they get them? Thunder put up a $145 on them.
I know, but they own.
But it is coming off them other losses. You on the road. Your morale is all screwed up. You talk about downhill.
You talk about the 5th game in 7 nights too.
Woo, yeah, man.
They probably gonna be tired as hell because they're going into the Jazz and the Nuggets, the high elevation. And you know how hard it is to play in those places, the high elevation. That's why the Jazz and Nuggets always have those good home records because them teams come up there and they're like breathing.
They might come out of this. I think the best they can come out of it is 1 and 4.
I mean, I personally, I'll take 2 and 3.
I don't see them getting 2.
They might, you never know. They might be able to surprise maybe a team, possibly like the Warriors, something like that, or who knows? Because right now the Warriors, what are the Warriors? The Warriors are not doing all that.
That's crazy when you're thirsty for 2 wins.
Okay, right now, listen. Right now, the Warriors are 6 and 8, so it's not like they're lighting the world on fire right now.
No, it's not.
The Knicks actually have a better record than the Warriors right now.
Yeah, they do.
So it's not like they're lighting the fire. And Knicks usually play the Warriors. They usually play the Warriors close.
Yeah, but at Golden State,
I know.
And it's really
the Knicks. Hold up.
Steph
Curry.
Curry.
I think the Knicks won at Golden State last year, didn't they?
I don't know.
I think they won. I think they won at Golden State last year.
Well, we're gonna wish.
I'm giving them 1 and 4 on this road trip.
I mean, That's definitely looks more like it's gonna be. But I think they may go in and surprise one of those teams. I think they may go in and surprise one of those teams.
You are right. They might be able to pick off either Golden State or Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I'll just wish him well. Listen, gentlemen. Just as we wrap this up, right? Just quickly, it's early still, but just the way the league looks right now, who you guys picking coming out of the East and the West?
Oh, that's true.
Early picks. I know, just shooting the dark.
I think Milwaukee's gonna come back out because I think last year I think Boston had that. You gotta remember, what's they got hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They number 2 got me. That's equivalent of Jaylen Brown getting hurt for Boston. You know what I'm saying? So you're not having what's his face? What's his name again? Middleton. You're not having Middleton. That's huge. That's a monster. That was a monster loss in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think if Middleton is there, they might have repeated.
I think you're right.
No, I agree with that.
I think you're right. Yep.
I like the way Boston's playing right now.
Yeah.
They don't have Williams right now. So
And the good thing is the thing is they don't have the since Udoka's suspended, they don't have the distraction of Udoka right now. So they can just play and they can just And I think this team is coached up enough where Udoka coached him up enough that I think the staff is going to be able to maintain what he was doing and
the missing piece on Boston was Brogdon.
Yeah,
that was the missing piece. Like they were right there, but they. The thing with
Brogdon has his injury history is kind of sketchy. Like he
got to stay healthy. He got
to stay healthy because that's the thing is that. See, that's the thing is like when you get players that have sketchy injury histories, it's like it just always finds itself when you got a player that's always injured.
If he can stay healthy and you got a true point guard to distribute between Tatum and Brown.
Yep.
It's a good look. So who got picked? So you said Milwaukee and who out the West?
I would say it would be it might be Phoenix again, man.
I'm not mad at that.
I think Phoenix might end up being in the finals again, man. I just think that they still got they still got that team, man. They still the team to beat to me until otherwise. But it could be. I think it could be either one of it because the Nuggets are 9-4, so they're looking good, and they got everybody back, right? Yeah. And everybody's back. Yep. So that was a key to them last year. They lost who they lost. They lost Murray last year, and it was like
Porter.
That's big.
Yep,
that's big. And both are back now.
Yep.
But the thing with Porter is, I wanted Porter on the Knicks, but then I was like, when they was drafting, but I was like, his back,
that back injury,
he can't stay healthy. And when you got that back, man, when you got a bad back, that's
as the year goes on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You remember? Listen. You remember how it derailed Bill Walton? That back,
and Larry Bird,
and Larry Bird.
Yep.
Don Mattingly.
Yep.
Don Mattingly was a surefire Hall of Famer if his back didn't go.
Yeah.
It's hard to play any sport.
It's hard to play any sports with that back.
Yeah.
Especially.
I'm going to go with Boston. Mm-hmm. But Milwaukee's right there. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toss up, but I think Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee.
Who you got out west, Coach?
I got the Lakers getting it back together.
Yeah, you wild.
You got the Lakers.
I like out of the West right now. I really like Memphis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Memphis.
Oh my God! Hold up. The Lakers are 3-10.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Ooh.
They're terrible.
Mm-hmm. But you know what that's telling you, though, right? LeBron can no longer carry a team.
I mean, he's 38. He's 30.
I know.
He's 38. I mean, he's 38.
Listen, he's still a hell of a player, an elite talent, but he can no longer carry a team anymore.
Neville.
Listen.
Neville, listen. Neville.
LeBron, listen. LeBron, 7 years ago.
The purpose
7
for
years ago,
AD,
even with the team they got right now, 7 years ago, the Lakers are better than this.
yes, they got AD.
Okay.
They got AD to be the alpha on the team, the one. He just hasn't stepped up to do that. So LeBron has had to do more, and this is the last 2-3 years.
He's also Mr. Glass, though.
Huh?
Mr. Glass. I said he's Mr. AD's Mr. Glass. He's not reliable.
Right.
You can't count on AD for a full season. You can't count on him in the playoffs. You just can't count on him. He just you know what the
but listen, I don't want to go too far in because I'm trying to get off.
Okay. No, but hold on. Before listen,
I'm trying to
you know what they said? Listen, the best ability is what?
Availability. Yep.
There you go.
Okay. So you got Boston and Memphis.
I'm going Memphis. Yeah.
Ooh, Memphis. That's a sleeper pick. That's a sleeper pick. I mean,
yeah. No? I'm gonna go.
John Moran is he's a truth.
I'm gonna go Boston Mavericks.
I thought about the Mavericks. I just think come April, May, Luka's gonna be tired, man.
Yeah, I think. Listen, I think people don't realize how much of a loss losing Jalen Brunson was for Luka.
Yeah.
Because Jalen Brunson was holding it down when Luka was out, and
Luka's gonna be tired come April and May.
Yeah, they're gonna have. What's gonna have to happen is they're gonna have to. It has to be a huge trade. There has to be a huge trade. It got to be.
Yep.
For them to. I think for them to take that next step. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. So I got dinner cooking.
Okay.
I'm tired of these cookies. Tired of these cookies.
Okay.
And IZM Sports, y'all. Y'all know what it is. We out of here. See y'all next week. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right, Hawk.
Peace now.